What the fuck is good, YouTube? I don't know why I just said the F word in the thing. I just did a fire ass intro. Got a Bella for a reaction. It's been 3 weeks since my goat has uploaded. But we got the case of Bianca Devins here. And I'm going to do this disclaimer because a lot of time people ask me when I just say the case or something, they don't understand fully. And I need to get better at just responding to things like that without calling them like a tap person and not understanding that case means something bad has happened. So basically, the case means it's going to be a story around there, a true crime thing where something revolves around this character. Bianca Devins. I'd assume she's the victim in the story, but she could also be the culprit or something. It could be like a serial killer thing where we're watching, which is like describing how they got caught or whatnot. But I'd assume most of the time, like 9% of the time, it's the victim we're going about here and how they got murdered. So cool.
Hey guys, it's Bella. Welcome back to another Mystery Monday. I hope you guys are all having the best start to the week. I hope you guys had the best weekend. I know I am because I'm finally reunited with Mia for good. We're back. We're back in the land of Oz. This is the move, you know, because we obviously just got back from our 7-week trip to the US.
Normally it takes me longer to get these out, by the way. Like, I'd be watching this on Friday or something. We did it on Tuesday today because I was just like, fuck, let's actually watch. I'm doing this every other day react thing. I saw it yesterday, I was about to go to bed. I'm like, yeah, we're watching this tomorrow. And let me actually be a good boy and speaking to my mic for you guys. Let me be a good boy. Alright, let's go.
Which is crazy, 7-week trip. It was amazing. And I feel like the 7 weeks of traveling was easier because we've kind of been living out of a suitcase since we moved from the UK in February. We don't really have our own kind of a home and own space to go back to. We've just been living out of a suitcase at the moment. But we're actually going to be moving to Sydney, I think next week, which is crazy. Mia's coming with us, of course. We're going to do a little road trip down to Sydney with Mia. And we're officially back. We're officially back here, gonna get a rental, gonna get a place of our own, which is sad that chapter of living in the UK is kind of over, but it's also very exciting to just kind of get back into a bit of a routine again and be back with Mia and in the same country as all our family. Definitely missing the UK. I'm definitely missing living in London. I think also because it has been raining non-stop since we got back, so...
London's actually a pretty chill place. Like, apart from, I'm not going to get too political, but apart from the social media ban, like, it's not that bad. And maybe, like, because I actually know a lot of stuff about London, especially the politics and what's not. Like, it could be worse. It could be way worse, like, all things considered. Like, especially, like, and, like, crime and stuff isn't that bad. Like, the media just, like, makes it sound so bad. And obviously, there's some horrendous stuff that happens. But overall, it's not that bad as well. It's, like, quite a safe place, quite a nice place, a lot of stuff. Pretty good job opportunities and everything, you know?
I'm like, what is going on? This weather is worse than London and I'm in Australia. Anyway, enough about me. If you guys are new here, welcome. We talk about true crime cases here on Mondays. So if that is something that you guys are interested in, then please come hang out, come join us, and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. Before we do get into today's case, I just quickly want to thank our sponsor, NordVPN, the best of the best. You guys already know.
Bellafor is the only sponsors we actually listen to because their videos are too good. And low-key, I feel like as a streamer, like if you're consistently watching someone's videos, I think you low-key have a right to let them play that sponsor in your stream and like your video as well. Like, as much as you try and glamorize it, we are like using this person's content, and like this job isn't hard. That's why I've been playing more games on stream recently. Like right now, I'm recording this off stream. I've been recording my reacts off stream recently because I like being on my stream and making my own content in a way. Like obviously, reacting is a skill. Like if you can make a 20-minute video into an hour 20-minute because you're talking, you're yapping, you're entertaining with your chat, that is a skill, and that's making your own content out of something. But a lot of the time, people add like 5 minutes to it, or even less sometimes. I just don't think that's good enough. If I'm using our content, then I feel like I should be able to make it into something myself now. You know? So overall, I feel like we should just be playing people's ads. I'm a hypocrite though, because I won't play most people's ads, I'm not gonna lie. But her ads I'll play because I consistently watch her videos, I consistently love her videos, so there's literally no point in me not watching this ad. So I'll watch it.
Been using Nord for years and years and years, but they are better than ever now. They continue to outdo themselves. You guys know how I'm always going on about phishing links, malware, scam websites, public Wi-Fi.
Loki, I was feeling hella chopped off stream, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know, I was just looking at my like phone in like at school because I go to school, blah blah blah, law drop. And I just come home and do all this shit. I was looking at myself in my snap thing and I just felt so chopped, but now I'm like, I'm on stream, I look so nice. And like, I don't know. It's odds. Am I getting beautified right now? No, I don't think I am. If you go full cam, you can tell me I'm not getting beautified. I just look pretty good right now. I know self-glaze and whatnot, but yeah.
By general online safety because it terrifies me.
I think it's just the angle.
NordVPN.
I think it's just a straight up angle from your phone right here. It makes it like sometimes look weird. Actually, no, I think it's just like a school setting thing. I think it's lighting in the school. Because like when I record TikToks, most of the time I'm like, yeah, I look pretty normal. I literally just recorded a reaction to the Trek 5 trailer as well. So,
has now introduced this next generation.
and oh yeah, like comments or anything about play a video, bro. Just letting you know, if you didn't listen to what I just said, like I need to make my own content, and I'm gonna yap, I'm gonna entertain. I'm not just gonna watch the video and then farm her content fully. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Antivirus. So where a regular VPN won't do anything about that or warn you about any of that bad stuff until the bad stuff is already on your device, NordVPN actually aims to intercept the threats at the source. Because often, clicking the link or downloading that file is just the last step in that process. So NordVPN aims to stop it before it even gets to that point.
To be fair, I think
also one big thing,
it might just be UK Google, but I think Google does a pretty good job in like stopping you getting into anything fishy that could actually scam you. Like stopping you from getting in the site originally, and even if you're on the site, like it will stop you again if you're about to do something bad. I don't know if that's like just my Google thing, if that's my like phone thing or my internet, like maybe that's EE or should I say my internet provider? I don't think that's that bad. That's normal, right? Like or whatnot. I don't know if it's that like it's really good about it or it's UK in general, but like since I was a kid, I'd be going like fucking like free VBuck generators, the type of thing that's supposed to hack you, supposed to send phishing emails to your fucking thing, and my Google would stop it right there. And then when it stops, I'm like, okay, cool, that's a bad one. And I go to another one. Then I go to like find, oh yeah, freevbucks.org. There'll be like 2,000, 5,000, 8,000, 10,000. I picked the 8,000 option to not seem too greedy. And then I'd put in my Fortnite username and stuff. I'd wait. I wouldn't get anything. I remember there was one time, it wasn't for Fortnite or anything. It was from like some random mobile game. I think it might have been like Marvel Future Fight or something. There was one time where I did that and I actually got the stuff there. That also reminds me of another story. This is an insane tangent, okay? But I remember I was trying to like so hard to get this free DLC for Lego Marvel Superheroes 2. This DLC was cheap, by the way. So if I literally asked my mom, she would have got it for me. It was like the DLC for that game was so cheap. Like I don't know, £2 or something or £8. Like if I just asked her, she would have got it to me. But I'm like, no, let's just cut corners, bro. I wanted to get this free. So then I bought. I was like, fine. Oh yeah, free add-ons on PSN on YouTube and whatnot. I found one video. Like I'd go and I literally type in the search bar, by the way, not clickbait. And like I'd looked in so many videos like, oh, this one doesn't work, this one doesn't work. And they repeat this tracks often. There was one video where like I did everything it told me, and like the price of the actual thing, it genuinely appeared as £0. And I'd be like, what? This works. And I clicked on it, just wouldn't buy it. It's like an error has occurred. But it's actually insane. Like it genuinely appeared as £0. So fair enough, bro. Fair enough.
For me anyway, is that they filter spam calls, so you know it's a spam call, so you don't have to answer it, and that's huge for me because if
bro, I love this outfit. I need to upgrade my outfits, bro. I'm actually getting really bored. Like even my shirts, like, bro. Every stream, you're just seeing me in like a collared top. We need some variety.
It's that I
cannot wear this though because it's just too hot. I need to upgrade my locker sometime soon, but I'm kind of in poverty right now.
Hate spam. It actually enrages me. I mean, who doesn't it enrage? Also blocks ads, it blocks pop-ups, and you guys already know about watching shows and shopping online in different countries as well. So it really is like an all.
I'm surprised VPNs are legal, by the way. Like, I'm pretty sure not allowing them is a violation of your privacy. But I think the idea that you can like essentially be somewhere else, so then people technically can't know your location, is also a violation of your privacy. Not privacy, it's a violation of something to do with the government and your UK citizenship or whatnot, or your country's citizenship. That might be pure yap and pure waffle, but I'm pretty sure somewhere that probably does. Like, it's not a sticky legal grey territory. It's like, it's an insane reference because I do A levels, like another law drop from the Full Metal, you know what I'm saying? But like, there's a case where, because of the Equality Act in the UK, and basically an act that makes so you can't discriminate of any of the protected characteristics like the normal stuff like your sexuality, race, gender, pregnancy, whatnot, okay? And there's a case where this gay couple wanted to get a wedding cake done by a Christian baker, but the Christian baker didn't want to make it because it goes against his religion. So on both ends, it like them not being allowed the wedding cake because they're gay technically violates their discriminates them based on their sexual orientation. But them also persecuting him for not making it despite it going against his religion is then also discriminating and persecuting against his religion. Both protected characteristics that like cancel each other out. So it's a very sticky case. But long story short, the Christian baker one.
Stop shop. And if you go to nordvpn.com/bellafiore, you can get a huge discount with the purchase of a 2-year plan plus an extra 4 months free. And they also have a 30-day money back guarantee. So make sure you guys check that out. I will leave all of the information in the description box down below. And let's go ahead and get into today's case. So today's case takes us to July of 2019 to Utica, New York.
2019 July, damn. That's recent. before COVID as well.
The case of Bianca Devins and July
Where
of
we at?
2019. And let's go ahead and get into today's case. So today's case takes us to July of 2019 to Utica, New York. This
New
is the
York.
case of
Okay.
Bianca Devins. And this case is particularly tragic, particularly haunting.
Tragic, tragedy,
And it went really big
like
in the media
Macbeth
because
or A
of
View
this.
from the
Because the
Bridge.
killer actually shared photos of Bianca's body online on social media. And so these photos circulated all over the place.
Oh. I'm assuming it's not your normal social media, because Varys gives ammo for the fucking social media ban going on right now. I'm assuming it's like not social media. It's like Reddit or Blue Sky. That shit doesn't count. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not social media. Or Discord. Those are the dark side of social media.
Is like Discord,
Yeah, that's fine.
4chan,
Yeah, that's fine.
Instagram, Facebook.
Okay, now Instagram and Facebook's already messed us up. Like Discord, it made sense. Obviously, it's horrible. I'm just saying, like, if something bad's happening on the internet, you can probably find it on Discord.
And the way that people reacted to this and the way that people treated these photos and this case online is a really tragic reminder of how cruel people can be online and how dangerous the internet can be. Honestly, some of the stuff that happened in this case, it's hard to believe that people can be like that. And I don't know if it's because people are so, like, there are people that are just sick and twisted in the head, which obviously there is, but people.
I think it's also part of desensitization of just the internet in general. Like, a lot of time when I hear about tragic stuff nowadays, like I care to an extent, but I'm also not like horrified or anything. It's just very rare. Like, if you see a video where I'm get like horrified or something about something, like, or like you see me genuinely really mad or really disgusted, like that video must have done some really bad stuff. Because like I've watched so many Gideon predicatches. I'm just hearing about these guys wanting to do the most horrible things to children, hearing about them doing the most horrible things to children. I've watched so many true crime things like her stuff, where it's like people killing people for dumb reasons and whatnot. So I'm so desensitized to all this stuff. Doesn't mean I'll ever laugh in someone's face if they're getting stabbed up. No! But it also means that when I hear about someone getting stabbed up one day, I don't have a visceral reaction of like, oh my god, I can't believe this happened. It's like, oh, it happened again, you know?
Can be so disassociated from these real life things that are happening. And obviously, because a lot of us are online so much these days, I really do think this is an important case to talk about. Bianca's case has been the subject of a lot of documentaries and was actually the catalyst for some major legislative changes in New York. So I do think this is a really important case to talk about. So Bianca Michelle Devins was born on the 2nd of October 2001 to parents Kimberly and Michael Devins. She was raised in Utica, which is in upstate New York. It's about an hour east of Syracuse and about 4 hours from New York City.
Wait, where's Brooklyn? Because this is all New York, right? This is the whole state, because Pennsylvania's here, okay. Buffalo, Rochester, Albany, Saratoga, Vermont, New Hampshire. No, these are states. These are other states. So wait, why is there no Brooklyn on the map? I swear Brooklyn's in New York, right?
According to her mum, Kim, Bianca was the perfect child growing up. She described her as easygoing and just a joy to be around. She was a talented artist and she was very passionate about her art and was also an aspiring model. She also had a sister named Olivia who was 2 years younger than her, and the two of them were super close growing up. In 2015, their parents Kim and Michael split, and Bianca and Olivia grew up in a bit of a blended family situation. So there were periods of time when their father wasn't there with them, and there were also periods of time when Bianca grew up with her grandparents, and her grandfather Frank was just the best. He really took on a fatherly role with them, and the girls even called him Superman. As Bianca got older, around the age of 12, she started dealing with some mental health struggles like depression, anxiety, and low self-esteem. And she found a lot of solace online by being able to, more freely express herself.
Why is she on social media? This case is gonna be so bad. It's gonna be so bad, I can tell. This one's gonna be a really bad one. Right now, early theories is that we're watching on stream we'll watch it one time. I forgot it's made by Nick Crowley. It was the Clipper one. Well, obviously, is it Clipper now? It might have been called something. It might have been Clipper, clipping or whatever. Not like the modern day clipping, like stream clipping. Like basically back in the day, like low-key early live streaming. It does actually relate to streaming. Like young girls will stream like 15-year-olds or something, and people go in their chat and like peer pressure them to show their tits or something like that. Then they'd record it, then start using it to blackmail the girl to send more or to do whatever, And yeah, that resulted in one girl killing herself, I believe. Yeah, that resulted in one girl killing herself, and then like basically this whole community of degenerates who are like into that clipping shit. And there's like a YouTube channel where it has like a parody of some other thing or like a TV show where it's like this woman in like a stick figure type of animation who like breaks down, oh, this was the best clip of the week. We got a 12-year-old this week. Oh my god. Oh guys, a tragedy in the clipping community has happened. This girl killed herself and stuff like that. So I'm thinking this could be something like that, some social media related stuff where she's getting blackmailed into killed, or some fan meets her or shoots her or something. She's gonna be definitely ready to that social media. I don't think she's mentioned it for no reason.
Online with
Especially combined with depression, self-esteem, anxiety, all those mental health issues as well. I think it has to be.
without the kind of judgment of people in the real world or the stigma of what people in the real world might think. She had friends in real life as well, but she definitely spent most of her time online because it's just where she felt like she could be the most herself. As she got older and she got more into her teenage years, her behavior started becoming increasingly erratic. And at the age of 16, she was actually diagnosed with a borderline personality disorder. One thing about Bianca is she was described as very intuitive. She was a very smart girl, particularly she was smart and intuitive about her emotions. So although she was struggling, she knew when she needed to get help.
Hello Kitty files, teddy bear paperclip, dating simulator. One that says Hello Kitty dating simulator, a Hello Kitty plushie, an anime girl, angel energy, moon dreamers, add me, baby, Hello Kitty, milkshake. Cool.
With those struggles. She'd been in and out of hospital all throughout her teen years, but in February of 2019, after a long stint in hospital, it really seemed like, you know, things were kind of getting on the right track and things were starting to look up for her. Her mother Kim said Bianca finally had direction. She was happy and healthy. So she graduated from Thomas R. Proctor High School in June, and she was hoping to study psychology at Mohawk Valley Community College so that she could help other young people with their mental health struggles. Some reports described Bianca as an e-girl. I don't really know if that's the right term because I feel like sometimes some of these reports kind of use that in a derogatory way. If you guys have spent any time online, which I'm sure a lot of you have, if you've been on Tumblr.
And I kind of conflate the term e-girl. Like I look, you kind of use it for any reason as well. She could be an e-girl. Just looking from what I've seen, she could genuinely be an e-girl, but I wouldn't be sure she is. Like, just like go back, like bro, bite me and all this shit. Like, bro, this is an e-girl. I'm not gonna lie. I take back everything. She's an e-girl. Depends what she does as well though online. Like, does she just do this type of shit or does she do other stuff as well?
TikTok, then you know what an e-girl is. Anyway, she had this kind of cool, edgy aesthetic about her. She was very active in multiple online communities and she had started to gain a bit of a small following online. She was interacting with the people that followed her and she started to become friends with some of these people and fostered a lot of close friendships online. Look, and this is something that
it's actually a very topical thing because literally yesterday they announced they're banning social media for under 18s. So let me like impart some wisdom and we can even put this on a little TikTok. Look, social media is incredibly dangerous. That is a fact. So many horrible individuals on social media, and like let's say a clip goes viral. Let's say it gets 10k views. At least one of those people has done something really bad, and potentially uses social media to do really bad things. But that's with anything in life. That's the truth. If you go to school, there is a likelihood one of those people you see outside the gates who doesn't have a kid or anything is a nonce, and they could potentially kidnap you. But guess what? They do not. Because social media exists and social media is where they get all their bad stuff from, so they're less likely to actually actualize it in real life. But that's not the point. We don't promote two harams don't make a halal, you get me? But it is important to know that there's evil on social media, there's evil in the real world, and you have to understand that these kids have grown up in the social media world now, and let's say that's just taken away. Are we not thinking about any of the effects that might have on them? Are we not thinking about how they've grown up to become accustomed to the social media world, where it means they're probably more aware to all the bullshittery that happens and the fuckery with all these evil people. And that obviously passes on to their kids when their kids will be won't be fooled by those at all. Because like, the horrible people on social media, they're going to have to get more advanced, but they can't get advanced at the same rate that humanity as a whole becomes aware to all these issues on social media. You got what I'm saying? And I'm looking waffling a bit, I'm going to be honest, but I think my points are coming across here. And the final thing is that making friends on social media, you can make normal friends on social media. But it's important for you to understand who's a normal friend. And that's just a part of character development, I'm going to be honest. Because, sure, it might be you could become friends with a really normal guy, a really cool guy, or a really bad person. But that's the same thing in real life, and you're gonna have to deal with those consequences. And I don't support anyone getting attacked or any bad stuff happening to anyone on this planet. But at the same time, it's gonna happen no matter what, whether it's social media or whatnot. I know you're scared of kids being naive, and that's why they get fooled on social media. But genuinely, if the parents teach them right, if school teaches them, they can make the right friends on social media and will know the warning signs to look out for. They will know them. Because naturally, because let's say even me, I'm a young man. I'm not gonna give away my exact age, but I'm basically 18. Like I'm around that age. And I am probably more well advanced in saying how to make friends, what to watch on social media than my parents. And I am that age. They are old, so they don't understand it as well as me. So think about it like that. I understand that perfectly. And the kids nowadays are going to understand that even more and more than me. So they'll be able to watch out, see the warning signs, and not do anything dumb. So I feel like this banning social media is just a cope strategy, I'm going to be honest. Because kids are going to get better at this stuff. We need to understand that. Kids aren't stupid. They are naive. They are not stupid.
Very normal nowadays. It's something that, I've met friends online. I'm probably sure a lot of you guys have met friends online. In Bianca's case as well, she was an attractive young woman, so she did get a lot of online attention from men as well. And the way those kind of things go, it wasn't all good attention.
But also,
one source I read said that
I will
Bianca
say,
had been,
especially for women, bro, you need to be careful though. Genuinely, these men. Like, I don't think men will do anything bad, but they will be perverted as fuck.
getting harassed online by people for up to 2 years before her death. But there were obviously, on the flip side, some really amazing, some really great close friendships that came from her time online. She met a lot of friends online who really did care about her. One person that she met was a 21-year-old man named Brandon Clark. They met on Instagram in around May of 2019 and they became very good friends.
Actually, 21, right?
It originally started as kind of maybe more of a romantic
20. I sound like a hypocrite now. What age did she say?
Really did care about her. One person that she met was a 21-year-old man named
I don't know how old she is. That doesn't seem too bad. All right, fine.
Brandon Clark. They met on Instagram in around May of 2019 and they became very good friends. It originally started as kind of maybe more of a romantic interest, so they went on a couple dates. There were some reports that they were intimate with each other, but I think Bianca was never really interested in that way. It was just kind of more of a casual thing, and then she wanted to be friends, maybe friends with benefits, or maybe it started off and she decided she wasn't romantically interested and she just wanted to be friends. Either way, she was very, very upfront with him, and he seemed to accept that, so much so that they remained very good friends. He had even met her family. He had met Bianca's mother, Kim. Bianca did have to lie about his age to her mother because obviously he was a 21-year-old man and Bianca was only 17 years old at this time. Ooh. So it was kind of weird and she didn't want her mum to freak out about this age difference. But Kim's impression of him was that he was this goofy, nerdy, kind of boy next door type of guy. And as he and Bianca got closer as friends, Bianca's family really trusted him, and that's the kind of relationship they built. And Bianca obviously really trusted him as well. So the family loved him, Bianca loved him, they were great friends. And so that is why when Bianca told her parents that she wanted to go to a concert in Queens with Brandon, obviously her mum was like, of course, no worries, we trust him. We trust you. And this was also going to be Bianca's kind of first sense of freedom of, she was 17 years old. She was going to go out to this concert at night in Queens, which is like a few hours drive from where they lived. She had just graduated from high school. She had always been very trustworthy, very sensible girl. So knowing that she was going to be going in for this concert at night and it was a few hours away and that she wasn't going to be alone, she was going to be with her friend Brandon, who her family trusted, sounded like a great idea. It sounded like a good night.
And this is where she gets stabbed up, all right.
Fun. Now, while Bianca was away for this concert, at 6:48 a.m. on the 14th of July, there were some photos that were shared online. It was a very gruesome image, and it pictured a young girl with some severe injuries to her neck. Alongside this image, there was a message which read, "Sorry, you're gonna have to find somebody else to orbit." Her full name's Bianca Michelle Devins of Utica, New York, by the way. So
in my chat, we have an emote called the Full Gun. let's just dissect this for a second. So, this is a fan then. What I'm assuming, this is probably a parasocial type thing. It's a fan. He wanted her. She said no. Shanks her up, being like, "If I can't have her, no again." And then posts online being like, "Oh, she's dead now. Look, she's stabbed in the neck. Ha ha! I'm a supervillain now." You know, that's what I'm thinking.
After this was posted online, people started to see it, it started to circulate online, and the Utica police got multiple calls from people all around the country who had seen these images. Police managed to locate Bianca's home address where she lived with her family after her full name was in this caption of this photo. And so they dispatched officers to her family's home to do a welfare check. When police arrived at the house, they told Bianca's mother, Kim, that, they didn't show her the photo, of course, because it was so graphic and it was so horrific. And they didn't know that if it was or if it wasn't Bianca at this time, for sure. They haven't identified her. They don't even know if Bianca could be at home for all they know. That's why they're there checking. So they're talking to her mum, Kim, and they say they have reason to believe that Bianca might be in danger. Kim's stomach just dropped hearing this because it was so confronting having these officers at her door saying that they were worried for her daughter because, as far as she knew, she'd spoken to her daughter last night. Her daughter was at a concert with a friend. When they had spoken, literally last night, there were no red flags. Nothing seemed amiss. She had no inkling that anything was wrong. And now she has officers at her door saying, "We believe something might be wrong." Just completely out of the blue, completely out of left field for her. So her last text from Bianca was at 7:30 p.m. the night before, saying that they had arrived in Queens and they were looking for a place to park the car. Kim starts trying to call her, but her phone is just going to voicemail. She cannot get through to her, and she was just meant to be going to this concert in Queens and then driving home, which is like a 4-hour drive. So at this point, she really should have been home. Like I said, from the images themselves, they couldn't say for sure that it was Bianca in these photos. They couldn't even
I was gonna say something, but look, you need to look in.
say for sure, it could have been a hoax. There was still the possibility that whoever was in these photos was still alive. And although the photos were horrific, there really wasn't a lot of context, so there were all these possibilities. Then, while the police are still at Bianca's home, 911 receives a call from Brandon Clark himself.
There's going to be a murder-suicide.
On Post Street, you said?
The end of Post Street, yes.
Okay, what's your name?
My name is Brandon. The victim is Bianca Michelle Devins.
So the dispatcher is trying to keep him on the phone to prevent him from taking his own life, and they managed to trace him to Post Street, which is near Proctor Park, less than a mile from Bianca's house. And this was at 7:30 a.m. When they found him lying on the ground near his black SUV. He was wielding a knife, and so police approached him with their guns drawn.
Hi, what are you doing, man?
Maybe the knife was just... he did it, bro.
ND3. Gentleman just sliced his throat. EMS right away.
The female in the car?
Put the knife down, man. Put the knife down. Where's the girl?
I don't got a knife, you.
Where's the girl? Where is she?
Where do you think? Right here.
ND3, we got a scene over here. Send some units here.
He started getting verbally aggressive to these police officers, and as they started to approach him and get closer to him, he actually slit his own throat in an attempt to take his own life. Now, nearby to where this is all happening, there's this green tarp on the ground. This was already there before police arrived. So Brandon, although he had wounded himself pretty badly, understatement, to say the least, right? But although he had wounded himself very badly, he managed to kind of make his way over and crawl his way over to this green tarp, and he laid down on this tarp, took a photo of his wounds, and then posted it online with the caption, "Ashes to ashes." At this point, the police do manage to disarm him after a bit of an altercation and get that knife.
This case is very odd. Like, I'm not so horrified, but that could have been foreshadowing at the start of the video. I am just so confused at what is going on. This is like surreal to me. Like, this is...
off him, and that is when they rush him to the hospital, to St. Elizabeth's Hospital, where he underwent surgery to save his life. After they took him away and rushed him to the hospital, police approached that tarp that he had crawled over to, and when they lifted that tarp...
Do we know who she is yet?
I don't.
The news has got this, so you better send somebody to the mom's house to give her a heads up before she hears about it.
There's someone at the mom's house right now.
All right.
I had 2 guys there.
Now, before they could officially identify her and before they could identify the woman in those photos, you know, confirm if it was her in those photos, if that really is her body under that tarp, those photos started to circulate, and they circulated so much and gained so much attention that Bianca's family actually saw them. Before they heard anything, before Bianca's body had been identified, before they had been spoken to, they saw those horrific photos that were circulating online.
This posted on his website.
When her grandfather Frank saw the photos, he said that he immediately knew it was Bianca and he knew that she was dead. I can't even imagine what it was like for him to see these.
That's horrible, bro. I've never even seen a dead body before, by the way. Like, never ever. Surprisingly, like in this modern generation. I was gonna say something I probably shouldn't. It's not about me though. I'm like, I haven't done anything dodgy on the internet, I don't think, at least. But like, yeah, it's not about me, but I'm not gonna air things out.
Photos and what it was like for her family to see these photos. I haven't even personally seen them myself because I don't want to see something like that. I certainly don't want to spread something like that. I've just read descriptions of what these photos were like, and for her family to see them, it's so many things. It's
The closest thing to that I've seen is Charlie Kirk getting shot. That's actually what's reminding me of. Because when he got shot, bro, I'm just seeing like the full fucking thing on TikTok, by the way. Like, I don't know. My shit gets muted, by the way, for saying like, fuck you or something like that. Or calling someone a tard. Like, and no, I ain't gonna see some guy get sniped in the neck on TikTok. What a great platform.
disgusting. It's devastating.
No, wait, no. Bro, I made a video parodying case. I was like, oh yeah, I'm leaving the side material. I'll call it for 10 minutes. And I posted on TikTok. And then like an hour in or something, it gets muted for some reason. I mean, like, this promotes humiliation or bullying or some bullshit. Like, what the fuck you mean, man? What do you mean?
So violating and just so horrific. And despite seeing that and just, you know, breaking down like probably a lot of people validly would, Frank didn't. He put on a brave face and he made it his priority to get his family through this tragedy. I think this was partly a coping mechanism for him as well, because he was so strong, and you can see in the interviews how deeply he cared, how much he loved Bianca, how much this broke his heart. But in the body cam footage, he's very stoic and he comes across as very calm.
A
Like
man
I
who
said,
moves
they
in
hadn't
silence.
officially identified that body as Bianca, but when the police did go to their house and give a description of her, including her purse and her shoes, her family knew it was her, and they knew that Bianca was dead.
And Olivia was in the kitchen with her friend, and we heard the most excruciating scream that you've ever heard come out of a teenager.
I knew it was her. And I said to myself, I'm going to be strong. Get my family through this.
Her mum, Kim, said, "My heart is completely shattered having lost my best friend. We will always remember her beautiful smile that lit up our lives." Back at the scene, police combed through this scene meticulously to try and figure out what the motive may have been for this crime, looking for any explanation. They ended up finding on the ground near Brandon's car, spray painted in black, the words, "May you never forget me." And what investigators would learn is that this is actually a quote from a manga called Goodnight Pun Pun.
Never seen it, but yeah, I'm telling you, it's one of her fans who's like just a degenerate. She said, "No, I won't date you" or something like that. "Sorry, don't date my fans," and then he got mad and killed her. That's what it is, 100%.
Which Bianca and Brandon
So like Oshinoko.
both shared an interest in. And if you haven't heard of Goodnight Pun Pun, it's kind of like this very heavy, dark romance coming of age story, and it seemed like, from what they could find, that
Is she fucking this bird ghost thing? Actually, not fucking, because this looks like a child. Let me not say that. Is she in love with this bird's ghost thing?
Brandon really felt like he shared a connection with this story. Also at the scene, there was a speaker, a Bluetooth speaker, which just was playing the same song over and over and over again, and it was the song Test Drive by Joji. Now this song is supposedly about a one-sided relationship where one person is kind of getting fed up with the fact that the other person isn't putting the same amount of effort into the relationship. And again, it seemed like potentially another reflection of Bianca and Brandon's relationship. And it's all starting to paint this picture, right? You know, he's kind of, on top of that, there was this small fire that was lit at the scene as well. So he's obviously kind of staged this whole
I don't think
thing
Brandon
for
did it.
maximum dramatic effect.
And then Brandon.
He's got a fire going, he spray painted this quote, he's got this song playing over and over again.
Because wait, who was the guy they think? I can't even remember now. I'm lucky. I'm not gonna. I'm tired. I had a long day today, but I can't remember who was the guy at the scene who tried to kill himself. Was that Brandon? Okay, if that was Brandon, it was definitely him. But it was definitely...
on repeat. It's clearly all a desperate attempt to just try and get as much attention as possible. And like, this guy was just trying to make this whole thing as public as possible. You know, he's staged this whole scene in this crazy way. Very, very thought out for dramatic effect. He took photos. Even when the police were there, he makes sure to, you know, climb over to this tarp with his throat slit open and takes photos of himself.
Oh, so it was the same guy, bro. He's doing the David. He killed her. Like, he's doing the Davids. This is actually David shit, making it a scene, trying to be so cool in the finale and stuff. I'm gonna die with you, Romeo and Juliet style. Like, come on,
To
bro.
also post those online. He's taken photos of Bianca and posted them online. And then he also called the police on himself. He called a bunch of other people too. He
So it's just him. Why is there still 20 minutes left in this case, though?
called his grandmother, his aunt, his brother. He called a mentor of his. And I believe all of these people that he called also contacted 911.
Hey, Graham, it's Brandon. I hope I would be able to reach you, but I guess I'm not able to. So, I know this is going to come as kind of a surprise, at least to you it isn't to me. But, I killed someone.
He's
today.
self-reporting it. He did it. Like, he did.
Killed my girlfriend.
So his grand
So we thought he was like kind of cool with Ben, but this is like obviously no, because I think my opinion on that's a bit different. But like, it's very weird and hard to be friends with someone you were in love with, like just to settle to be friends. Like, it is very weird and hard. I don't think it's even impossible. I'm not gonna lie, because stuff I've seen recently, like Loki, makes me think it's not impossible. But it's just I don't even know what to say.
plan
I can't think of any wise words to give her. It's just like, come on, bro.
was to commit this murder-suicide, but despite his best efforts, doctors were able to save him.
Yeah, what a bum, by the way. Like, he tried to do the murder-suicide, he couldn't even commit suicide. Because he had to wait for the police to get there, make this all dramatic. Wouldn't it have been more dramatic if he posted the pictures online, then you slit your throat, and you obviously can't post a picture of yourself slitting the throat. But I guess it doesn't give you aura then. Like, your evil, depraved sense of aura. Oh, just whatever, bro. It doesn't matter. Just don't kill people. Come on.
In this surgery. And so the next day,
Ew. Ew. I would not date this guy. Ew.
he was charged with second-degree murder. And then he was transferred to a new
Is it 20 minutes long because he has an accomplice? That would make sense. But then again, he just killed it. It's not like he had to discard the body or anything. Maybe he had help setting it up, though, because that was taking a lot of time.
Alameda County Jail on the 18th of July, so 4 days after the murder. As the investigation continued and police continued to try and piece this whole thing together, how he did this, why he did this, they were going through both Brandon and Bianca's phones, and they learned that there was actually a third person who attended the concert with them. So Bianca had
Oh, there is an accomplice. Damn. Bravo to me. That's what they call me a detective nowadays. The greatest detective in the world. Who is Bruce Wayne? Who is the criminal cop? Who are those people?
invited this other friend of hers named Alex, and her and Alex kind of had a bit of a thing going on. I
Oh.
think, you know, they were into each other, and Brandon was jealous, obviously, because he was into
Oh.
Bianca, so it was just kind of this odd dynamic going on. Nothing was going on with Bianca and Brandon. There were some reports that they were intimate. There were even some reports that they were dating, but from my research and what I could find, they were not dating. And Bianca, I just want to reiterate this, was very upfront with him that she was not interested in pursuing anything romantically with him, and she just wanted to be friends. But I think Brandon just couldn't come to terms with that. Maybe he was kind of pretending he was.
I'm an emo boy. What else do you mean say? Fuck, I forgot, bro. All my emo terms are gone. But like, this guy's emo. Like, he's not helping like destroy the stereotypes. That's all I'm gonna say.
People in his life, but he just could not come to terms with it. He was obsessed with Bianca. At a graduation party for Bianca, apparently he went around kind of introducing himself as Bianca's boyfriend, and Bianca had to be like, no, we're just friends, and kind of correct him and pull him up. So he was kind of giving stalker vibes, to be honest. I mean, from what it sounds like, it seems like he was telling Bianca that he was cool with it, but actually internally he really wasn't cool with it. According to Bianca's mum, Kim, there were some conflicting reports about whether or not Brandon actually stalked her before they met. She believes that he most likely found her on Instagram and kind of watched her a little bit before actually reaching out, and they became friends. Anyway, so all three of these, Bianca, Brandon, and Alex, all go to this concert together, and at some point, Bianca and Alex kiss. And I don't think they were like flaunting it in front of Brandon or anything like that, but I think
Oh, that's just gonna make him crash out. That's gonna make him crash out, bro.
he saw them kiss and he was pissed off because he was into Bianca. They all left the concert at around 10 p.m. They drop Alex off, and then Brandon and Bianca continue on their drive back to Utah.
Oh, so Alex wasn't an accomplice. He just was kind of like, I guess if I can't have her, no one can. Alex, you don't get to have her. I can't have her. You cannot either. Bang! Murder, suicide, Romeo and Juliet. We're such a lovely couple.
Which is like a 4 or so hour drive, keep in mind. Bianca manages to fall asleep in this drive, so she lays across the back seats and she's asleep in the back. And
This might go even worse than I thought. He's probably gonna rape her, isn't he? I think that's what's gonna happen. I think that's literally what she's about to say.
eventually, Brandon pulls up in this dead-end street. He wakes Bianca up and he confronts her about that kiss that she...
Oh, he didn't. At least not yet. Maybe necrophile? Maybe it's necrophile?
shared with Alex. And Bianca, she
Or maybe he just doesn't know.
wakes up.
But I think, judging by everything I understand here, that he probably rapes her.
She's like, you know, groggy, tired, and she's apologetic, and she says, you know, we're just friends, which Brandon really does not take well, and he's getting more and more angry, he's getting more aggressive, he's yelling at her, and he actually slaps her.
Women beater.
So at this point, she's
Andrew Tate, is that you?
probably...
That's a joke, by the way. Andrew Tate, please don't sue me. No, chill. I don't need the fucking Romanian lawyer. Your Romanian prosecutors coming after me. That was a joke. I'm working on hiring the best defense attorney in 5 years, but like, it ain't been 5 years yet. Just give me some time, okay? That was a joke. That I'm not trying to defame his character or nothing. That was just a lighthearted joke. All right, cool, Mr. Tate, cool.
Starting to get scared. You know, they're on this dead-end street. It's very late at night or very early in the next morning, and there's nothing she can do. He's driving. They're out here alone, and he's getting violent. So she says to him, are you going to drive me home, or do I have to walk home? She goes to open the car door, and that is when he attacks her. During the search of Brandon's phone, they actually found a video that he filmed of himself killing Bianca. I don't think he posted this video, but obviously he posted a lot of other photos online. Like I said, I haven't seen the images myself. I've only read descriptions, but it seemed like he started posting things on the way back from the concert, so maybe even while she was in the back asleep. He posted a photo of the highway with the caption,
here comes how it's redemption, right? He knew he was gonna kill her. Oh, he knew he was gonna kill her, bro.
here comes hell, it's a redemption, right? Then after this,
What is he redeeming though? You're not redeeming anything by killing her. Like, he's just literally just descending into hell.
posted another non-graphic image with the caption, this is
your life and it's ending 1 minute at a time. Okay.
your life and it's ending 1 minute at a time. After these posts,
This guy definitely thinks like light Yagami or something, bro. Like, he actually thinks he's light Yagami or fucking, I don't even know. Who else has like some aura, but like is an evil person? He thinks he's like Dio or something, bro.
he posted all of these images of Bianca's body and of himself with Bianca's body, which I believe he initially shared on Discord. And then he also posted on Instagram with the caption, I'm sorry, Bianca.
How is I not instantly blocked on Instagram? Okay, I get this is like 7 years ago. AI is not as advanced. But how the fuck? I'm on TikTok. Is my KSI video? Well, I'm just being like, yeah, I'm leaving assignment too. Me and KSI are leaving. Oh, yeah, had a fun time with assignment. How is me saying that getting the audio removed? How? And this shit, a woman dying is not getting removed. Oh my god, just like fuck me in the ass and call me Obama,
It's
bro.
honestly so mind-boggling to me that this guy just filmed and took photos and documented this whole thing. It's such a sick thing to think about that while he's doing this, he's getting, I don't know, so much enjoyment from it that he's just filming it all and documenting it all and thinking about her family having to see that. And her death came as a complete shock to everybody that knew her. It was completely out of the blue. There were no warning signs to anybody. And of course, it completely shattered her family, especially her mother Kim, who just could not imagine living in a world without her daughter and just could not come to terms with the fact that her daughter was taken from her. To make matters even worse as well, those photos of Bianca really did the rounds online. They were just being circulated on Facebook, Instagram, Discord, 4chan, and there were these online trolls who were, you know, sharing the photos. They were accompanying the photos with memes and all of these other horrible things, and just really treating Bianca's death like a joke. Some of these people that were sharing these images would even go so far as to tag Bianca's Instagram. So
Okay, don't do this, someone. Look, I'd be a hypocrite here if I was fully criticizing and making her death a joke, because I'm a bearer. I've seen some funny TikToks about Charlie Kirk dying. Like, I've seen some funny ones, even Kirkification. But, so I'm not gonna, like, fully flame them or whatnot, but I find this, like, really disgusting. So maybe I should find myself a bit disgusting as well. But, yeah, because I found some Charlie Kirk things funny on TikTok, especially the Kirkifications, which I think that's more complicated. But the overall TikToks would just make fun of. It wouldn't even make me. No, because I wouldn't laugh at, like, Charlie Kirk dying himself. It'd be like when someone's like, let me try like find an example. Like, let me like, because I don't even have to explain it, because it wouldn't be like legitimately about Charlie Kirk dying. It'd be like, let me see. It'll be like, let's see, can I get anything good? Okay, yeah, it'll be something like, I don't know, be talking about something completely irrelevant, and the audio will be like, counting or not counting gang violence, and it'll be like a funny caption or something, so I'd like it. But I wasn't liking or commenting on the fucking gore I'd see of Charlie Kirk getting shot, because I'm like, that is horrible, that is really bad. But I also laugh at fucking Erica Kirk and what she's doing, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm a hypocrite to an extent, I'll admit that, but I think I am definitely a way better person than these people.
Up on her Instagram, and they even went as far as to send these photos to Bianca's family. I just can't even imagine that. It's so sick.
And obviously, I would never just redistribute dead bodies and send it to people's families. So, in case you still think I'm a horrible person or something, just not. I wouldn't do that. I don't know why I have to disclaim that, but hey.
It's so sick to even share these photos and to joke about them, to post memes alongside photos of somebody's dead body, to joke about somebody's death so callously, but to share photos and try and hurt her family who have just lost her. Honestly, lock them all up, because they're clearly twisted in the head to be
I think you
doing
can like block them out to an extent. There probably is some crime you can get them on. I don't know what it would be though, because it's like disrespecting the dead. Could it be? I think if you have a good lawyer, you could probably get them on like defamation of character or something like that. If you have a really good lawyer.
Something like that, and getting some sort of joy out of tormenting her family. I feel like that should be a jailable offense. I feel like sending photos of somebody's dead body to her family should be a jailable offense.
That is devious harassment. That's probably the most simple thing to get them on. Why am I talking about defamation of character of a dead person? I guess it's the whole philosophical argument of personhood, carrying disrespect the dead. Why is it wrong to piss on a dead body? All this stuff. It's harassment. They're harassing the family like motherfuckers.
Put them all in jail, honestly. There were so many photos of her being
But is harassment criminal though? I think to an extent it can be. But
online that these platforms were struggling to delete them all, no matter how many people reported
that's
them.
some pussy
the
shit,
Discord
bro.
server that Brandon had originally posted the photos to had been deleted, but you know, they had already been shared far and wide.
And
on
you know those
so
guys
many
downloaded
different
that shit.
platforms. Facebook and Instagram both used image hashing, which is basically like creating a digital footprint of the prohibited images so that when somebody uploaded those images, they would automatically be deleted.
That's smart.
But the sheer volume of images that were being uploaded, some were always going to fall through the cracks, and they were really struggling to keep up, and they just couldn't monitor and delete every single one. There were a lot of people online that tried to help as well. They tried to spam other types of images like pink clouds, hearts, animals. A lot of people who were tagging Bianca and her accounts in these photos to try and flood out those other images. Like I said, all of Bianca's family members were exposed to these
Oh
horrific images, and her mum Kim said so many people have been affected by the pictures, scarred for life and suffering from PTSD, unable to erase the image from their mind.
Horrible.
Bianca's sister Olivia said that she would see these images in her mind before she went to sleep, and that 2 years on from Bianca's death, she was still having these images sent to her. Just days after her death, a vigil was held, a building was lit up pink in her honor, and they sung the song Puff the Magic Dragon, which her grandfather Frank used to sing to her as a child.
The magic dragon lives by the sea.
Following this, her funeral took place on the 19th of July, and then the following year, they held a fashion and art show to display her work, as well as another vigil. Now, in terms of the criminal investigation against Brandon, obviously they already knew who the killer was, but they still had to investigate and do their due diligence to be able to prove in court what the motive was, and also
If this
to
fucker
prove
tries to plead not guilty, by the way, on my soul, I'm gonna say something really bad on stream. I mean, on YouTube video.
whether or not this was premeditated. So Brandon was interviewed.
I think you
the
can use the fucking the stories was posting as a premeditation thing. Then again, like, what is the definition of premeditation? Because I guess, did he know he was gonna do it in that car ride? Then he can be like, oh, it's because the kiss happened, but then he knew he was gonna do it because of car rides. It's complicated. Just depends.
after the murder while he was still in hospital, but of course he refused to answer any questions, which is surprising considering how much attention he wanted and how much effort he went to for all the staging and calling 911, calling this, and that person, and then he doesn't want to answer any questions. From the evidence they gathered, and I think it's probably obvious to all of you by now, but what they determined the motive to be is that he was romantically interested in Bianca and she didn't share those feelings, and so he murdered her. It was kind of one of those things of, if I can't have you, nobody else can. He couldn't stand to not be with her. He couldn't stand to see her with somebody else, and so he kind of justified it in his head that he would rather her die and rather kill her than her be with somebody else. And then for the premeditation, you know, it may seem like he kind of just snapped after seeing her kill somebody else, but when you really look at the evidence, when you look at the staging of the scene, when you look at all of the planning that went into it, it becomes very clear that this was premeditated. They found evidence on his phone, including a to-do list in his notes app, which showed that he had clearly planned this out.
Yeah, premeditate, boom, he's done.
So the notes list read: park with high beams on swing, set up speaker, tie rope, live stream, last song, ? On top of all of this, he made Google searches for things like how to incapacitate or kill someone, how to find the carotid artery, and other searches for like choking somebody out, hanging somebody, that sort of thing. Also, he brought all of the equipment with him. He had the tarp with him.
Oh yes, premeditated, 100%.
He
100%.
brought the speaker with him. He brought the spray paint with him. He brought all of these things knowing that he had these plans to kill her. Whether or not she kissed Alex, this was going to happen. And also the fact that he filmed it, I think, shows that this wasn't a heat of the moment thing. He didn't just snap and do it. He had this whole plan. He filmed the whole plan. If he had just snapped and it was just kind of a spur of the moment thing, he would have made such a spectacle out of it all. On top of everything, you know, on top of all of these sick freaks and these trolls sharing everything, there were also a lot of people online who kind of put Brandon Clark on a pedestal for doing what he did and spreading all of this misogynistic hate. And this kind of thing
Oh fucking gosh. Oh fuck gosh. Like, ow. That's all she do.
really made this whole thing worse for the family, as if it wasn't bad enough that they had lost their daughter, lost her in such a horrific way, or not just their daughter, but their sister, their granddaughter, their friend, their loved one. Not only had they lost her in such a horrific way, but they had to see the photos, had people spreading images of these photos, and probably the same people doing that were people that were praising her killer and praising Brandon Clark, like all of these little weird, little red-pilled weirdos. When this case is talked about online,
Is it even red pill? It's just incels. Like, what's the definition of red pill? Because, like, definition of red pill. For someone whose personal perspective is dramatically transformed and treats them to a new, typically disturbing. I know this is like the Matrix one. Whatever. I mean, what's the definition of incel? Because incels when like they They basically can't get any, so then they blame women and it turns into this hatred of women now. I believe that's could be a slightly wrong definition though. It's involuntary celibate, referring to individuals who typically males who are unable to find frustration of their experience. Yeah, evolved into a more complex dark ideology. It might not be directly like means they hate women, but like that's basically what it evolves into. Like they can't get none, so it goes into them hating women.
A lot of people attribute the vilification of Bianca and the harassment of her family to the incel community. Incel-fueled violence has actually been categorized as an extremist threat in the US because there have just been so many instances of self-proclaimed incels killing women. And this case, obviously, for obvious reasons, fit the bill. Like I mentioned, there was a source claiming that Bianca had been harassed online for up to 2 years before her death.
I wouldn't be surprised.
And it was claimed that she was being harassed by incels. Brandon Clark
wouldn't
has
be
also
surprised.
been labeled an incel. I don't think he's ever said it himself. Like, I don't think he's come out and been like, yeah, I'm an incel. But another source that I read said that he was actually a moderator of an incel.
He's not helping like destroy any stereotypes. Like, this is not good looks, bro. He's really not helping destroy any stereotypes.
Community or an incel group on Facebook. And his actions definitely seem to strike a chord with the incel community. Either way, Facebook.
Sure, I kind of can't miss out this opportunity. Should this be the thumbnail? Bruh. There's another one as well. Let me see if I can get it quick. Oh yeah, perfect. Bruh. This is literally him, by the way. Like, oh my god.
And his actions definitely seem to strike a chord with the incel community. Either way, however you want to categorize it, however you want to categorize him, at the end of the day, he's just a sick f***. And it's so lame how he brought the speaker and was playing this music and spray painted these quotes and filmed the whole thing, like trying to be symbolic. It's also alleged that one of the first thing he said to the police after he was apprehended was to ask them how many news stations were covering the story or reporting on the story. He also wrote under some of the images he shared, make sure to subscribe to PewDiePie, which is also something that the Christchurch shooter said in his live stream. And if you're old and uncool like me and out of the loop, I guess, apparently this is like a sarcastic thing people say. Subscribe to PewDiePie. I don't get it.
I think I'm just young out of the loop. What? Why is that a thing? Killers like to say subscribe to PewDiePie after they kill people. But it makes PewDiePie look bad after this as well. That's bad. What?
I don't understand it, but apparently it's like a sarcastic thing. Maybe I'm unk. Maybe I'm unk for even saying I'm unk.
That's actually cute.
But they don't actually mean to subscribe to PewDiePie. I mean, obviously they don't mean that, but like I didn't get it. I still don't get it. Somebody just told me that it's like a meme, I guess. Anyway, on top of that, Brandon also changed his Instagram bio to July 14th, which was supposed to be the date of his death if he managed to follow through with the murder-suicide plot. Now, Brandon Clark had a pretty traumatic upbringing, and at the time of Bianca's death, he was living about an hour away from her in Bridgeport. Both of his parents were drug addicts, and in 2010, when he was just a child, his father held his mother at knife point.
Bro, here we get the sub story. Wait, chill. That sounds really bad. After she just said that. But look, with all due respect, horrible stuff we just heard. Father holding mother, gunpoint, knife point, whatever. Really bad, horrible, sucks. Not good. That guy deserves to have some bad stuff happen to him. Bang, you know what I'm saying? But with all due respect, bro, like, look, he's just a cooked individual. No matter how his childhood went, he was gonna do this shit. He's just a cooked individual. You know what I'm saying?
In their
nature over nurture every day, boy.
4 hours because he thought that she was cheating on him. He went to jail for this. His mother also ended up going to jail on some unrelated charges. This meant that Brandon was raised in foster care and also by his aunt. People that knew him from his childhood said that he became attached to people very, very quickly, which checks out with the way that he acted towards Bianca. Criminologist Dr. Alison Magansky said that his actions fit the profile of other violent male offenders, criminal offenders, and that he may have felt emasculated and was trying to show his strength. 2 weeks after...
It's actually really weird. Like, there's this book, because I've already said I'm in school, like, there's a book we were reading for, because I do English A-level for one thing. I just leaked my age, GG, whatever, doesn't matter. Or did I say I do? I meant used to do English A-level. And this book is called A View from the Bridge. And it's about this guy who, I mean, there's all interpretations, but like an interpretation, a common one is that he felt emasculated after his niece, technically, started wanting to go out with some man, but like he kind of liked his niece. It's a very odd book, but it's like he didn't like actually want to fuck his niece. It's just like he's very possessive over her, and his possessiveness turned into like wanting to fuck her. And long story short, he felt hella emasculated because of like that. He felt like his girl was getting taken from him, basically.
He killed Bianca. Brandon Clark faced the public for the first time in a court.
And like they're doing the bullshit when they plead not guilty. Why are you pleading not guilty, bro? We know you did it. You were there trying to kill yourself. All these stories like, today I'm going to hell, guys. Killing myself like Romeo and Juliet style. We can die together. Yay! And I'm pleading not guilty. Like, what do you hope to get out of this? Is it because he's scared of getting a death penalty? Like, I'm pretty sure if you pled guilty, that's how you don't get the death penalty. The fact you plead not guilty means you're going to get it when they find you guilty.
Courtroom packed with Bianca's loved ones. At this arraignment, he pled not guilty, which is insane considering he filmed the entire thing, took photos of himself with the body, filmed him killing her, but his defense was going to try and argue that he was under emotional distress.
What type of emotional distress makes you kill a girl? What type of emotional distress? Oh, Kenneth? It's Kenneth's girl, not Kenneth. His girl cheated on him with her cousin, her own blood-related cousin, and he didn't touch her. He didn't kill her. So what type of emotional distress has got you killing a girl? You weren't even dating, by the way. What type of emotional distress? Not even J-Oba could pull this shit off. Like, you're deluded.
When the murder took place. So his trial was then scheduled for April of 2020, but before the trial could go ahead, he did change his plea to guilty. At this hearing,
Good fucking boy, because you're an idiot if you pled not guilty. You're a flipping idiot.
he appeared very withdrawn, maybe even ashamed of what he had done. Prosecutors went through all of the physical evidence, and they also detailed a timeline which suggested that he had been planning this murder for up to a week before it took place, and they showed all of these messages that he had written to people, and also a notes app list that he had written on the 11th of July, which was titled Murder Suicide. He spoke at his hearing and he said, "I know that sorry is not enough."
You know how great it is the fact he didn't die? Like, you know how great it is? He has to deal with all this bullshit. And he's probably going to kill himself in prison. I do think that's probably how it's going to end. I'm not even joking. I think he's going to kill himself in prison. But, like, it's so beautiful that he didn't fucking die.
That I won't take back what I did, but his apology really seemed to lack sincerity because 5 months later, he tried to change his plea back to not guilty. Basically, he blamed his prosecutor.
What are we doing? Why are you pleading not guilty? You're recording yourself doing the crime. Not even J-Oba can get you out of this one. Not even J-Oba. What are you doing, bro?
Luke Nabush said that he didn't visit him enough in prison and that essentially he was pressured into taking the guilty plea. So then they had to, he couldn't just change his plea back. It had to be considered by a judge, and when the judge was considering it, he heard from the prosecutor, Luke Nabush, who said that he had visited Brandon 15 times actually in prison. And at each visit, he spent on average about 3 hours with him. And on top of that, he claimed that he had actually told Brandon not to change his plea to guilty. He had told him that he should plead not guilty and that he should go to trial. I honestly don't understand.
What defense attorney's doing this shit, bro? I'd be a better defense attorney about... No, you recorded killing someone on camera? And you made stories on social media about it? Oh, and you were also the last one seen with her? Oh, and also the police... You called the police bringing them to the body. You also called the family member saying you killed a girl? And you also tried to kill yourself on top of the girl's body? Oh, plus a notes app saying murder suicide? Plus Google search history saying, how do I kill someone? How do I do this? How do I do that? Plus you clearly being deranged? Plus you choosing not to speak to the police? Boom. You're pleading not guilty. It's a good idea. It's a great idea. You flipping idiot. I could do a better job defending this guy. And that's by saying him, you're pleading guilty. You are fucking cooked. You're not getting out of this one. You did that shit. Go tell you son of a bitch.
understand Brandon's strategy at all. I don't know if maybe he was actually just trying to get more publicity. He was trying to maximize his time in the headlines, trying to make another news story, trying to keep the spotlight on him somehow. Ultimately, his request to change his plea back to not guilty was denied, and so Brandon Clark was brought in for sentencing on the 16th of March 2021. At his sentencing, both Bianca's mum Kim and her grandfather Frank delivered victim impact statements.
With the death of your child comes the most unimaginable, indescribable pain. A pain that time cannot heal and only seems to worsen.
Brandon, for the cruel manner in which you took my granddaughter's life, for the total disregard you had for a human life, for the callous act in which you posted pictures of her murdered body on social media to gratify your own selfish purposes, you, Brandon, deserve to spend the rest of your life in prison.
Brandon was also given the chance to speak at his sentencing.
I hate myself for what I did. I'm so sorry that I put everyone through this. I'm so sorry that I put Bianca through this.
I'm so sorry. No, you ain't, buddy. Shut the fuck up.
I wish I could apologize to her and just apologize and just take it back.
His apology, if
I
you can
think
even call it that, in my
take it
opinion, was
back,
just a
take
load
it
of
back.
baloney. And that's
Take it
exactly
back.
what Bianca's mum, Kim, and Frank thought as well. They thought it wasn't genuine. Brandon had also been charged for promoting prison contraband while in prison because they found a sharpened toothbrush in his cell. And according to Kim, he had also written a letter to a friend bragging about killing Bianca and about his motive, saying he couldn't handle the thought of her walking out of his life.
Okay, let's go back. Let's go back to this real quick. What was he saying?
Given the chance to speak at his
What
sentencing.
was he saying
I
here?
hate myself for what I did.
Oh, you hate yourself.
I'm so sorry that I put everyone through
You're so
this.
sorry.
I'm so sorry that I put Bianca through
You're
this.
so sorry you put Bianca through
I
this.
wish I could apologize.
You
to
wish
her
you could
and
apologize,
and
and you
apologize.
really wish. You seem to
Take it
really
back.
wish and
His
take it
apology,
back.
if you
Okay.
can, then
And then what do you say
while
here?
in prison
What do you
because
say
they
here?
found a sharpened toothbrush in his cell. And according to Kim, he had also written a letter to
Yeah.
a friend bragging about killing Bianca
Oh.
and about his motive, saying he couldn't handle the
Oh.
thought of her walking out of his life.
Oh. So I thought you were sorry. What happened to that, buddy?
So it really does seem like he was just kind of saying whatever he thought he could say in court to make himself sound better or get a lesser sentence or whatever he thought. But in the end, he was given the maximum sentence for murdering Bianca and was given 25 years to life. Obviously, there's never a fair outcome in these kind of cases. In any murder case, it's not a fair outcome because somebody has died, somebody has been murdered. But
There's no
Bianca's
price you can
family
put on
and
human
her
life.
friends were all happy that he at least got the maximum sentence. He's currently being held at Attica Correctional Facility and will be eligible for parole in 2046. Following her death, Bianca's family made it their mission to hold social media companies accountable for what people post on their platforms. Their efforts paid off in December.
That's good. I was about to say, if they're gonna say like social media companies about watching how people can interact, or people shouldn't be able to like talk a bit, like, but the thing of watching what they actually post, that's good, because on no social media platform ever should gore be able to be posted. Like, that is incredibly insane. Oh, but then we're just gonna ban the kiss from it instead. Keir Starmer 2027? 2026, actually.
When Bianca's Law was officially put into effect, and this essentially made it illegal for users to post graphic or offensive content of crime victims online in New York State. Some sources...
I'm surprised that was not illegal already. I saw how it literally should be technically illegal under something. Like, is it not illegal in the UK to, like, you know, we're not going down that rabbit hole.
Refer to this law as Carolyn's or Bianca's Law because it also came from advocacy for the case of Carolyn Wimmer. And there is also a scholarship in her name which helps adolescents who are dealing with mental health struggles. One other thing that I read about this case, which I didn't see mentioned in any of the documentaries I watched about the case, is that Bianca's family actually filed a lawsuit against Anita County, against the District Attorney's Office, DA McNamara, and also unnamed employees, accusing them of handling intimate and graphic evidence from this case inappropriately. So a lawsuit that was filed by Bianca's estate years after the murder took place, alleged that Brandon had set up a camera and recorded himself having sex with Bianca, and that he also recorded himself stabbing her to death. According to Bianca's mum, Kim, the DA provided 2 documentary makers with these videos that I just spoke about, as well as nude photos from her phone, which they alleged violated federal child
Okay, while I'm really confused about what I've just heard, let's just get like a good
sex
thumbnail
abuse.
pic while I have this face on me right now. Or maybe like something like that. Because what am I hearing? Why are they doing this? Giving the fucking nudes and graphic images to documentary companies. Like, bro, just say you want a quick bag and like just
material laws. The defendants argued that this material had been disclosed following the FOIL process, but the court rejected that the FOIL process could override federal laws regarding child sex abuse material. And either way, like, it's so crazy to me to defend yourself in that kind of situation. Like, no matter what, even if there wasn't a law in place, that is such a messed up thing to do. Providing documentary makers with those kind of videos and nude photos of a 17-year-old girl, I mean, in what world is that okay, whether or not there are laws preventing that? Oh yeah, but we disclosed it after the materials went through all of the FOIL process. Ridiculous. The lawsuit, though, was ultimately dismissed in 2022 on procedural grounds, so not because the court found that the DA or the defendants had done nothing wrong. But yeah, that is everything for this case. That's all I have for you today. I would love to hear your thoughts.
I did not mean to do whatever I just did. But anyway, great video about Billy Fury, obviously. Tragic case. Some disgusting stuff. Like the overall murder one, that was like pretty traditional. Like I'm not like I need to watch how I say things sometimes, but like I think you understand what I mean. But then this stuff about like the posting online, like it's just so absurd. It's so deranged. But anyway, don't really want to end on this note, but like and subscribe, you know? Like, yeah. Sorry if I like scarred you for life or something like that. But check out Billy Fury, go ass vids, let's flipping go. On to the next one, boys, on to the next one.